And that's how the theme song goes. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Constitutionals Podcast. If you didn't know, this is the premier podcast for Toothless Comedy. Guess what? I'm your host, Chad White, and this is how the show starts. Usually it's a better start than this, but my God. Actually, usually it's uploaded at 6 a.m. on Tuesday, Eastern Time. It is now 3:05 Eastern Time, 12:05, what's it called? Western, Central, Pacific Time. Guess where I am? California. I didn't let you tell you. I didn't give you time to guess. Yes, it is true. Your friend, your compatriot Chad, has flown all the way to the northwestern part of these United States, and boy, oh boy, is he already having a good time. I'll tell you, he already had a good time. Let me tell you what it's like in California. I'll tell you, it's flatter. I'm in Silicon Valley, so I'm literally in the valley. So everything is very. I can see where I'm staying at a friend's apartment. I'm right next to an airport, so see planes coming in all the time. There's an Enterprise rental car place right down the street. It looks like Chattanooga a little bit because I went to school there, so it looks like Chattanooga a little bit. This is me saying that it's nothing special, but there's something different about California. Oh my God, I'm just riding these levels. Very hot. There's something different about California. It's I'll tell you right now, I'm about I'm literally inches away from the devil's lettuce. I am looking at marijuana right now. That's a very strange thing to me for this to just be legal, just to be sitting here on my friend's desk and everything. Is this even a desk? I wouldn't even call this a desk. He's in a very small apartment. I'll tell you right now, he's in a very minuscule. It's an apartment that I did not think would exist. There is not a full kitchen. I think it used to be a hotel, and I think they chopped the hotel rooms in half, and now they have these tiny apartments. I'm sleeping on the floor in a yoga mat. I'm sleeping on top of a yoga mat, on top of a, I would say, blanket that is as thick as nothing and as thick as the non-existent carpet. And he gave me a blanket from his bed that is thinner than what I just described. So imagine a dollar bill. It's about that thin. And he likes to sleep with the air on. So needless to say, I don't have a pillow. So I've been sleeping on the dirty clothes that I wore on the plane yesterday. Oh boy, let me tell you about that plane ride. Jiminy Christmas. There was a family in front of me. I'm not going to name their racial descent because that would be racist. And I'm not going to say it tied into the story, but it did play a factor into it. They took off their shoes. Children very loud. They all took off their shoes. Children were very loud, screaming. I swear that for a 6-hour flight, this kid was singing for the entire flight. I knew because I don't have a lot of headphones. I don't have a lot of good headphones. I have a beat up pair of Beat Power Beats 2s. And then that battery dies quickly. And then I have Soundbud Slims from Aoki. Those are terrible. And then I have some Apple headphones that I found on the ground about 7 years ago. No, I was still in school, so maybe like 5 years ago. And so I could hear every little thing. People were going to and from the bathroom. Don't use an airplane bathroom. And I'm a guy who eats a lot and who drinks a lot of water, so I know that there are set times for me to go to the bathroom. But yesterday, I decided that I wasn't going to drink a lot of water and I wasn't going to eat a lot of food. And anything that I could expel from my body prior to getting on that plane, I did. And I managed to do it. It was great. It was wonderful. It was fantastic. But the plane ride itself was the issue is with not having a lot of money and buying a plane ticket. But then spending just a little bit more money than everybody else in order to get priority seating. That's kind of what my life is right now. I spent an extra $70. The plane ticket itself would have been, around $200, but I spent I spent almost $300 just to have priority seating, just to have the ability to bring on a carry-on. And the airline, they're not gonna be an advertiser, and I never will let them to. But they were Frontier Airlines, and I will be flying back with them on Monday. They're bad. It's a bad plane. Imagine LA to Vegas, what I was talking about a couple of weeks ago or last week or maybe, I don't know. Imagine that airline, but it's worse. It was, and then someone pooped. I think a couple people pooped in the airplane bathroom. One, that's disgusting. Just hold it. And two, that's ew. There are people that were sitting right there. I was sitting about 3 rows back from the bathroom, and from the front door. Yeah, from the plane door, so I can leave, so I can get off the plane. Let me tell you, when they landed and they said they took off those seat signs, they said people got up as soon as possible. So I had to reach and get my my bag, my carry-on. I didn't know you could carry on a bag and also have a personal item, which could also be a bag as long as it fits under the seat. That's crazy. That's insane. I had to pay. I didn't have to check for baggage fees, but since I paid for quote unquote the works for Frontier, I would have not paid a baggage fee regardless. That's stupid. Next time I fly, I will fly Delta. I will spend the money to fly Delta. Where will I get the extra $300 that I saved? I don't know, but I fly it. And I won't be in economy. I'll be in the. Wait, is it the main cabin? Delta has weird factors. They have like main cabin, business, economy. I don't want to fly with steerage. I don't want to fly in steerage with the pores. That's such a horrible thing to say. So far, so good on the recording front with this Adobe Audition. You notice I've run out of things to talk about because I was so busy yesterday. I couldn't plan this episode nor record this episode of the Constitutionals because I was on a plane for 6 hours, and then I had to be at the airport early. And I'm lucky I haven't got news time out. I stayed up late. News time was great this week though. News time is really fantastic. Just the parody part. I parodied. There was another episode about the upfronts, the television upfronts. This is the third year in a row. This is so strange because I never thought that I would be doing the show that nobody watches for 3 years, and be 3 years into it and continue having a recurring theme for several. There's several episodes that are just going to be here for maybe another year or so. Like the upfronts, I can the first year I just covered what we're going to be at the upfronts, what shows we're going to see, what new pilots, and then for last year it was what did I do? I did what the upfronts exactly were, and then this year I did who the upfronts benefited, which is the ad people. So I did a take on Mad Men, which is it was really fantastic. I had the idea weeks ago, and let me tell you, I did not shoot it in time for it to be done at a proper schedule. Friday I shot it. I shot it the Friday evening before. And then I had to shoot 2 extra parts, like 2 live action, 2 parts that were out of studio. And that was really difficult because just defining factors. If you heard a weird noise just then, that was me rubbing my eye, and I guess the air bubbles were popping in it. But now I'm in California, and the episode's out, and it took a lot of time and a lot of work in order for me to do that. But I enjoyed it. I just took a sip of water, right there. Oh my gosh! And I had to fit so many clothes. I could barely. My backpack is bulging. I have a backpack and I have a rolly bag. Both of them are bulging. It's insane. I just got back from Target. You know what sucks also is I don't have enough money to get a rental car. So that's what really sucks about this. I can't. So now I'm Ubering everywhere, but since he lives by the airport, he's within 5 minutes of everywhere. So that's good, at least, I guess. So I can get to the gym. Well, actually, I'm gonna have him take me to the gym every morning when he goes to work, so that I'm not dealing with that spending another $5. So I can get to and from the gym, and then if I really need to go somewhere, I have to Uber somewhere or Lyft or whatever. Lyft tracks your, not just you, but Lyft tracks if you have used a device for Lyft once before. And it's not your account. It's you if you use that device. I had a promo code from Google Maps that said, use Google, here's GMaps 50, gives you $5 off off of 10 rides. I tried to do that. And then Lyft said, you've used this device before, so don't try that again. So then I went, okay, I'll use C Plus Comedy's email. I did that. It said, no, you've used this device. Don't try that again. Oh my God. It's said in so many words. That's insane. I can smell the marijuana. It's just wafting. You know how cool I am. The marijuana. No, it's insane though. That Lyft does that stuff. I spent a lot of money at Target. This is me just talking right now. I just spent a lot of money at Target today on 2 pairs of pants that I'm positive will not fit in the suitcase, and a hat which I'm positive I'm going to have to wear on the plane. Maybe I'll return the hat because I left my hat at home. There's a hat that I wanted to wear that I really want to take a picture with at the beach. We're going to the beach. Also, we're going to Santa Cruz and San Francisco sometime this week. You know, just 2 fellas, 2 straight men just hanging out in one of the gayest cities in the world, San Francisco. That's going to be a good drive, though. We'll see. What else to talk about? I wish I had prepared this episode. I don't think I did. I don't even think I have notes. Usually I keep notes. I don't think I have any of those things. Today was the Google I/O conference, and I missed it. First year I've missed it. Yeah, I hate missing yearly events like E3. Like usually I have to work during E3. I remember when E3 was on G4. Those were the good times. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this in that E3 episode of the Constitutionals I did last year. But E3 is coming up and in a month, and I loved watching it on G4. It was one of my favorite things to do. I just turned up the microphone in my headphones. Do you know that you? Let me tell you, I was at the TSA checkout at Hartsfield Jackson yesterday. And there were so many people that they said, don't take off your shoes, don't take off your jackets. Just put your bags in the scanner and just walk on through. And so I did that. Both of my bags were flagged. They threw away my lotion that I just spent $4 on. They threw away my body wash that I spent $8 on. A full bottle of both of these things at Target. Then they threw away my half a bottle of hair wash that I needed. Hair wash, shampoo, that's what they call it. They threw that away. It sucks because that stuff was like almost $30. It was $25, but I was just gonna round up to $30. It was almost $30. It was expensive. All right, black people hair wash is way different. We can't just get Garnier Fructis. I gotta get sulfate-free hair wash, shampoo. Stop calling it hair wash, you idiot. It sucks. And then they looked at the scanner and this woman goes, "You have a microphone in there?" And I go, "Yeah." And then in my head I go, "Oh my God, this is an expensive microphone. Do not throw it away. Do not take it out. Don't tell me to return it to my car because I'm parked 30 minutes away." But they let it through, obviously, because now you're listening to the Constitutionals podcast, current podcast for cpluscomedy.com. Oh, thank God. And if I had to take out the laptop, that would have been a whole issue. What else did I bring? I brought a PlayStation 4 controller because you can have remote play. I can play on my laptop across the country, which is really neat, which is so cool. And maybe I'll play Persona. But I got a big day ahead of me today. I'm going to see U2, like I said last week. I've been planning this for weeks. I'm going to see U2. It's going to be so great. I'm right behind the stage, which sucks, at the SAP Center. I read that's... you don't get a lot of good sound, but I saw a picture and it looks all right. Maybe I can finagle my way up. There's still like almost 3,000 tickets left that are unsold, so maybe I can just walk down. Maybe I just want to charm my way up front. Not up front, but I want to charm my way to a better seat. You say, "Hey guys, I'm from," I throw an accent. "I'm from Georgia, and I ain't never seen no concert before in my life." And then maybe I'll see Taylor Swift. But again, I just spent $100 at Target on 2 pairs of pants, a hat, and some food. Yeah, it also sucks because he has a mini fridge, so we can only fit so much in there. I bought water yesterday, and God forbid I put that in the mini fridge because that thing is about to explode with all the stuff I have. He has a hot plate. He has a kind of like a hot stove. These are plug-in, and he had to buy them. So these are there's no kitchen. There's a kitchen area that when I'm sitting at the desk and I can see the entire apartment. I'm maybe 7 feet away from the door and 2 feet away from his bed. Not even 2 feet, a foot away from his bed. Anyway, there's a hot plate. There's some type of hot stove. that plugs in. I don't know what to call it. It looks like a skillet, but it can get hot on the bottom. There's a toaster oven. There's a microwave that I don't think is his, and then there's a rice cooker that I know is his. He has a Blu-ray player that's not hooked up to the TV. The TV sits above the desk, which is very strange. Because that's how I know it's a hotel. But what's nice about San Jose and San Francisco and this Northern California area is that it's kind of chilly. And so that's pretty cool. That's great because I brought a cardigan I had to wear on the plane. It was hot. Hot in Georgia. As soon as we took off, I was sweating. Then we got here, I'm chilly. Last night it was chilly. Boy, oh boy. I think he's gonna make me see that Avengers movie. But I can't say no. I can't be that person to go, no, I don't want to see that. Anyway, I'm gonna go see Rampage today. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I got a whole schedule ahead. I'm actually supposed to be looking at apartments and looking for jobs. If I decide to move up here. If. I should have gotten a new phone too. Oh, let me tell you, I would be talking about Paddington 2. I rented that movie on Amazon for $3 because it was on sale. And I wake up Monday morning. I'm about to shower and eat and pack the rest of my bags and head on off to the airport and park. Or to my parking situation at the airport. And I go, well, I guess I'll go spend the $6 to rent Paddington. And I look on Amazon. I go to Google Play. And I see that it's $6. And then I'm looking on Amazon for shows to download and looking for shows and movies to download to take with me on the plane. I look. Paddington 2 is one of 5 movies that they're offering for $3 to rent. And I go, holy crap, this is amazing. I'm going to rent this movie. I'm going to download it right now. Rented it, downloaded it, get on the plane. It's not working. The first thing I do is I want to watch Paddington. It's not working. My entire schedule is thrown off whack. I have 6 hours on this plane. I have like 5 movies across 4 devices, my laptop and my phone. No, I have 5 movies across 2 devices. And so I just started watching Last Flag Flying. We can actually talk about that because that is a movie that I did not think I was going to see this soon. And also, I didn't know it was a Amazon movie. Also, I'm not a huge fan of movies about like war and stuff like that. Not war. It's not movies about war. Movies about post-war and people trying to, get over their, issues or whatever with war. But this movie is a Richard Linklater film it's a comedy too. It's a comedy / drama. And it's based on a book of the same name that came out in 2005. Bryan Cranston, Steve Carell, and Lawrence Fishburne star in it. They're 3 Vietnam vets who reunite after Steve Carell's son is killed in war. And they all have their own issues and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to say this, and I mean this all of my heart. It's a fantastic movie, and I really like it. And but there are issues with it where it switches from that comedy to drama, and it's so jarring because at one point, Carell and them can be having fun. Well, and Carell is a fantastic actor. There is no doubt about that. Him and Foxcatcher is just fantastic. Him in Battle of the Sexes is phenomenal. I can't believe how one of the biggest comedy stars has turned into one of the biggest drama stars. But he did a really fantastic job, Then that movie, and then compare that to Despicable Me 3, which is just garbage, which is trash, and I hate it so much with all of my heart. And I don't hate things. I hate that movie, and I hate Jane Eyre the book because I've read that so many times, or attempted to not read it because of school. Anyway, Bryan Cranston's character is a real turd bag, and then Lawrence Fishburne's character is a man of God, and he's trying to push himself away. Well, what he's been doing for the last 30 years is pushing himself away from. And also, the movie takes place in 2000, I believe, because Bryan Cranston starts talking about, you guys ever hear about cell phones? It's crazy. Oh God. But it's a good movie. I really am enjoying my time with it. I am not finished with it. I was watching on the plane and I got it started dragging a little bit, and I said I got to turn this off before I fall asleep. So I downloaded Lego Batman movie, which I own, and I also downloaded Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates, which I also own. Everything I download I own except for Paddington 2. Zootopia as well. And then there's another movie I had, Last Flag Flying. I think that might have been it. It's so difficult. It's so difficult flying on a plane, trying to watch things. There's a guy an inch away from you in his seat. There's a guy next to that guy. There's a woman a foot away from you across the aisle. There's people walking up and down the aisle, pooping and stuff. I chose an aisle seat because I didn't want to be bothered. Because God forbid, if I sat in the middle, if I sat by the window, I would murder somebody. That's too much. That is too much for me. Boy, we're really rocking and rolling with this. Oh my God, Chad. No one's ever said. I went out with some friends on Saturday, the Saturday before I left, and out loud I said, "This is fun." What am I? What kind of human am I? This is fun. So I'm enjoying my time. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. How great of a time it was. Because, once you grow up, there's only so many people you can pull together in one room. It's amazing. It's stunning. It's fantastic. Oh my God. I'm sitting here trying to think about a title for this episode so I could just upload this and go. What would I call it? What would I call? The thing about naming these things is that and I think I mentioned this before, is whatever I mentioned in the episode, I'll just try to make a title out of that. Or a quote. I'll take a quote and try to mention out of that. Maybe it should be something about the marijuana, because I can still smell it. Oh my gosh. Let me paint the picture for you right now. I'm sitting at this desk. It's the middle of the day. It's 12:26. I'm hungry. I have sandwiches. I bought a whole bunch of sandwiches. And I don't even eat bread. I bought a whole bunch of sandwiches. I bought a bunch of food that are just sitting atop his. I bought something. I went to Starbucks. I bought a protein smoothie, and I bought a breakfast sandwich after the gym, and I bought some type of oatmeal parfait and a protein bowl. I had a $10 gift card to Starbucks that was given to me by a former boss about 2 years ago, and I finally used it. Isn't that crazy? Because I thought I would never go to Starbucks. I was trying to offload that to somebody, but thank God I still had it. Still sitting in my Google Play account. Not Google Play. Google Pay account. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh is what I just said. I'm pretty sure I just said oh my gosh. Man, Google announced a lot of stuff at this I/O keynote. They own my life. This is insane because I have everything on Chrome, everything, I have a Google Home Assistant. I have a phone made by Google, and it uses a Google operating system. I use Google's phone service. It's insane. If they wanted to, they could just look at my search history, which is nothing but video game stuff, movie stuff, seeing if an actress is single. I'll look up anything bad on Google proper. It's on incognito mode. Oh my God, that is so adult. Shut up, Chad. Man, oh man. Oh, all right. Well, I guess this is it. I guess this is it. I should probably get some things done. All right. Well, thank you. If you like this episode of the Constitutionalist Podcast, you could always subscribe to us. And also go to the website, cpluscomedy.com, where we got the latest news, reviews, features, interviews, and other good comedy bits only I can provide you with. You can follow us on Twitter at cpluscomedy. Follow me on Twitter at ChadBlackWhite. Like us on Facebook. Go to the webpage, youtube.com/cpluscomedy. And watch the premiere show, News Time. That's the only show on there. I have not done any other shows because I don't have time to. News Time is a weekly news show where we do things where I do things about pop culture, business, entertainment. It's a very specific niche show that sometimes gets a lot of views and other times gets 2 views that are definitely me. This week's episode, again, is about the upfronts. It's good. I like it. Mad Men parody. Fantastic. I love it so much. Also funny. One of them is a spoiler for the end of the series, and I had to sing 2 songs. I had to sing the Mad Men theme song and the Coke on Top of the Hill theme song. On Top of the Hill. The Coca-Cola 1971 ad theme song. or a song, whatever. It's not a theme song, whatever. Who cares, Chad? Anyway, it was fantastic. So go watch it, please. I implore you to. All right. At the end of this episode, oh shoot, never mind. I was gonna include something special, but I don't have anything special with me because I left my hard drive at home. Okay, whatever. Thanks.